Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm, of course, your host, Droodles, Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about this Tier 10 British light tank, the Vickers, well, light, as it says right in the name. Now, the Vickers Light, in my personal opinion, played by anybody that knows the strengths of this vehicle, is probably the most influential Tier 10 in the game. The first reason for that is it's a light tank, and light tanks obviously have the best camo in Tier 10. You're able to zip around the map and not be detected, and that of course goes for any tier. Light tanks have the same camo while moving and stationary, which gives them a massive advantage over any other type of vehicle. Not to mention, this vehicle also has the best view range in Tier 10, meaning that as well, not only do you have the best camo, but you also are able to outspot every single opponent, even medium tanks, by a very long amount. So those are two great things for the Vickers. And the final thing is that this actually has armor. If we were to compare another light tank, let's say like the Sheridan here, sure, the Sheridan has very troll armor. You can get lucky bounces while driving this vehicle, but anybody that knows where to shoot the Sheridan, which is basically everywhere on the hull, yeah, you pen every time. Even fully, like at this angle, you pen. Compared to the Vickers, it actually has very good armor. The upper plate is 305 millimeters thick, and if you're using heat, that's upwards of 330. Pretty dang impressive if I do say so. Not to mention, because the manlet is made out of spaced armor, it actually very easily bounces any heat shells fired at it, and of course APCR, as it is, won't be cutting through 240, 50 millimeters of armor that easily either. So yeah, the Vickers Light, an incredibly strong Tier 10 medium, I like to call it. Honestly, I've suggested many times that Wargaming literally just changes the entire line to mediums and keeps all these statistics the same. The fact that this thing has light tank camo, a medium tank gun, and medium tank armor, better armor than vehicles like the Leopard 1, better armor than, honestly, like the FE4202, is already quite impressive. And not to mention it goes 65 kilometers per hour, which makes it faster than any other Tier 10 medium basically out there. So yeah, there's really nothing bad about this tank. I'd say the gun is okay though. It's not incredible. Like, the gun does have HESH, which is amazing, and the DPM is about 3,000, and for a light tank that's also very solid. But the issue is the accuracy's meh. Like, it's .317, I think, so it's kind of like T110E5 accuracy levels there. So yeah, it's okay, but really, you can't complain when every other thing is going so strong for the tank. And of course, it's got PBR files, which makes it look extremely sexy. So what do we have up against us? We got an Object 263, we got a Grill 15, let me just do the 07 as usual. We got T57 Heavy, VK90, another VK90 as they are in platoon. That is not something I'm looking forward to playing against, and a Vickers Light. So I'm of course in my favorite spot, this bush right here. That means if anybody tries crossing, we will spot them. Not only that, but maybe we'll be able to get some detections on those VK90s. I'm either expecting them to push all the way where that grill is, or down center lane. I did not expect the VK90 to be detected there. But you know what? The world may surprise you, so we can just back up here and maybe just get a nice tap into the side of him. You never know what's going to happen in these games, so let's just wait. There is a T62A, and he fired, and there you go. We got a nice tap right into his vehicle. Now, I do have to be careful again. I'm a little worried about vehicles like the Object 263 getting some very easy shells into my tank, but maybe I can use this mobility to my advantage. Hopefully, I can maybe come up behind these tanks and get some shells in, so let's try and do that right now. Let's go speed, go, 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 and come on, keep on speeding along. Oh, baby, there you go. We got the T57 Heavy. We can't get a HESH shell in, but you know, we don't need HESH. We're just going to distract them. Obviously, being a light tank gives you amazing distraction capabilities. So vehicles like this VK90, they're not going to enjoy this all too much. We've also got the Girl 15 over here. That guy, don't want to play with. Wow, okay. Well, I guess he's going to pen me either way, but did not want to play with him is a better way to put exactly what was going through my mind. Now, we do have vehicles like the T62A, still getting shot by that, or yeah, the 62A is on the enemy team. We've got the VK90 right here. Let's get a nice tap into him, but he's probably going to end up tapping me back. Yeah, not much I can do about that. And we have a Vickers Light coming up behind me, which I also cannot do much about. But I'm going to big brain this Vickers. Let's see if we can get a shot into that 62A, helping out my teammate. And we're in a bit of a weird scenario, aren't we? Well, let's see if we can get a shell into that Vickers, aiming in a HESH, and boom! Oh, baby, that's what I'm talking about. HESH is obviously the king of damage in Tier 10. One of my favorite things to do is just get a big old slap into somebody. Now we got that VK90 side. There's a nice tap into you, buddy. And of course, since we've got pretty solid DPM, we're going to continue getting shells into his side. Can we HESH that? Oh, it showed a teeny bit of a pen there for a second, but then we were not able to get it through. So there's the VK90, which we obviously can't really do much to. That was a really nice and lucky penetration to say. And, well, with that, let's just get a finishing shell into the VK. Oh, there you go. And now we continue on pushing. We've got 3 tanks left. And thank God, we are the only light tank, meaning that we completely outspot their team. Now, I am going to continue pushing this way, as I do outspot their team. I'm not super worried about where they are. There's a VK90 the exact, and we're going to aim in right on his lower plate, and oh, we missed. That sucks. Let's reload here. Of course, as I am a light tank again, I'm not even detected by him, so he's just going to wiggle his lower plate, and we're going to fire another shell. And because it didn't pen, well, guess what? I'm a light tank, so I don't need to worry. We can just keep on doing this over and over and over. And that's the incredible thing about a light tank, is not only am I able to spot his tank, but I don't get detected myself. That is incredibly strong. So all we have left is the T-57 Heavy and the Grill 15. So let's just push. We know that the 57 is already in the base capture, judging that, well, clearly there is somebody in the base capture, but and boom, oh, there you go. Notice how we weren't even detected at that moment until we fired. Again, the incredible strengths of the Vickers, just having camouflage is insane. So let's go finish off the grill. Let's get a final shell in and call this a victory on our side. Oh, wow, that was really sad. But either way, you know what? He's dead. Batchat got a shell in, and we were easily able to come out with a victory here, showing just some of the many strengths of the Vickers. So we did, what, 3,342 damage here, even though I lost credits. Let me know if you guys have been losing more credits this update than the previous. To me, it actually seems like that has been happening quite a bit, and Wargaming even asked me if there has been problems with credits. So yeah, I've been weirded out on how the credits have been working, but either way, pretty solid game for the first one there. The Vickers was able to do its job using its camouflage, zipping around the map, and getting some pretty nice shells into those 2 VK90s. So let's see if we can keep it up with one more battle. Obviously, one game, yeah, you can get lucky, but 2 games, well, let's see if that just holds up. Here we are loaded into the second game, and what do we have exactly up against us? The Chatillon 25-ton, the FV-25B183. Ooh, those are 2 very strong tanks right off on their own. The 183 can be deadly, of course, because it does hurt a lot if you get hit by it. But thankfully, we completely outspot it, so not super worried about the 183. Heavy tank-wise, we got the Klandong, which is a big threat. IS-7, it's a good lineup, but I'm not extremely worried. I think we can get some good numbers out here. Hopefully I can skip past that Sheridan, little tap on the booty, and let's see what we can spot. Well, there is the Klandong. Let's get a nice tap into his tank, and wow, did you guys see that? My tank just kind of like popped forwards, even though I didn't touch the driving at all. Oh, that's interesting. Now we know that the WZ-113 GFT's over there. We got the Klandong. And, well, we're going to see what we can get out here. Maybe I can get an even shell into that T-57 Heavy. But right now, that poor Kron, he's lost a pretty healthy chunk of his hit points already. And I'm not sure if he's wanting to poke anymore, because, yeah, you don't want to lose, obviously, more HP than you already have. But there you go. Nice tap into the 183. Thank you very much for a little bit of your hit points. We got the T-57 Heavy over here. Let's get a tap into him. Thank you again. And we're just getting some nice taps out this game. Now, I am noticing there is some depth around the corner, which would be the Chatillon 25-ton. Now, we've also got, like, the IS-7 here, another very deadly tank, and let's go for a Hessian to the rear of that IS-7. Oh, baby, that's what I'm talking about. But at the same time, we've also got that FE-4 now coming for me. This is not good, I'm going to be honest. This is actually really, really bad, especially because that Patton didn't do anything to that guy. But you know what? If I'm going to be... Oh, now he blocks me. Ah, yes. Don't you love teammates, everybody? Well, what am I going to do? Well, we got the Batchat off to my side. We've got the IS-7 off to my side. But thankfully, the good news is that my team is getting some shells out. And there you go. IS-7 just fired. I know that I out-reload him, so we're going to be able to get 2 shells into this IS-7. Let's go for another shell there. And back right into cover. So we're doing okay. There goes the E5, just going right at this guy. Let's get another nice ram in there. Oh, what? Okay, well, don't really know what to say about that. I guess we will start dealing with the Chatillon if that guy's going to die. So yeah, let's go over here, get maybe a nice S shell in, and yeet! There you go. I knew I could wait. I was like, should I wait for it? Should I wait for it? And yes, it was definitely worth the wait. Now we're just going to let auto aim do the rest of the work there for me, because who needs to when you got that? And there you go. 3 tanks left on the enemy team. A pretty easy, a solid game at that. Now we know that the WZ-111 GFTs or 113s over here. Gonna zip past him. Don't want to really be hit by you. Not yet, you know. Not in my forte as of right now. We've got the 57 Heavy. Boo. Thank you for your hit points very much. And I don't know what to say about this team. Like, they're not doing great. Gonna be honest. They are doing quite poor at that. We've got that 183 off to the side, which is a very deadly tank, but maybe we can get a nice tap into him. Boom! There you go. And now, hopefully, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get a nice non-pen, should I say, from the 183. Another nice pen ourselves into the enemy tank here, and let's just keep on tapping him over and over and over. There you go. Another nice penetration into the FE Toon 5B. And now we have put ourselves in a bit of a tricky scenario because obviously I don't want to be hit by the 183. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Can we hash him in the lurk plate? No, we can't, but yeah, that guy kind of jumped his shot. And with that, there you go. There's another victory for these Vickers Light. And you bet. Well, either way, we did a solid job. We were able to deal over 4,000 damage this battle. In fact, closer to 5,000. Yeah, 4,738. And you can clearly see how I was literally able to brawl with medium tanks in both of these games, plus use that fantastic camouflage and mobility to just change the outcomes of the battle. Now, obviously, the teams we had there weren't too bad, but overall, man, do I love the Vickers Light. And I think I made about a year ago video saying that this is the best tier 10 to currently grind, and I still honestly stand by that. If you understand how to run a light tank, where to push it, and how to spot people, this will be your best tier 10 yet. Hopefully, all of you enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. Other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.